it. You guys, I'm back. Okay. Ooh, that's bad.
Let's see, we'll mute
that. And we are going to stop that. And now the noise should go away. I'm getting some kind of an echo though. I'm just going to turn it down. And how are we doing? We're getting an echo. I'm going to turn this one off too. There. And sounds good. Whew. That was nerve-wracking. All right. So you saw what I did with measuring here. So I'm going to turn that off. I don't know why I have this echo. I hate it. All right, let's try this. And if I shut that off, wow. Well, I'll work on that later. At least there's some sound. Okay. So you saw that I measured down from the corner 1 3/4, measured over 1 inch, lined up the score line on the cutting track, and went and cut to my 1 3/4 inch tick. And that gave me those triangles that I cut off, right? So here's the triangles that I removed. I'll try to recreate this a little bit. So this goes like this, and this goes like this. So that's how we started with our 5.5 by 11 inch. 1 3/4 inch tick mark, 1 inch over. And we did that on both sides. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do that same thing with our patterned paper. So I measured over 1 inch, and then I'm going to measure down 1 3/4. Make a tick mark. Okay. So now from this point to our 1 3/4 inch tick mark, I'm going to cut. And then from our 1 3/4 inch to our 1 inch mark, I'm going to cut again. So as what we're doing is we're making these panels that are going to fit on the front of our, I don't think I have these cut at, they're supposed to be 3 3/8 by 5 1/4, and that's what they are. All right. So I think we're going to be a little bit long. So as all I'm going to do is trim this off by about 1/8 of an inch. And let's see how that fits on here. That's exactly what we want. So before I start cutting on this one, or maybe I'll just do it the same way and that'll save confusion for you guys. Maybe. All right, so on this one, I want to go over an inch on the bottom, and I want to go 1 3/4 down. I don't understand my audio. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do from the corner here to our 1 3/4 inch tick mark. So there's that. And then we're going to, ooh, I just bumped my sore finger. The point here to our 1 inch tick mark. And once you have those lined up, whoops, it moved. I'm going to fix it a little bit. I'm going to put the point in there again and my 1 inch tick mark. There it is. Okay, see, it was just that little bit, but I think it would make a difference. So this is the one that we have to again trim just that 1/8. Okay, we should be set. So there's our pieces. Yay, they look pretty. Okay, I love this paper. Remember, this is the one that's coming available. Celebration starts July 1st. Hello, hello, Kathy. All right, so then on the inside, we have that 4 by 5 1/4, 3 3/4 by 5. That's what's going to go on the inside of our card. So I'm going to bring in some Stampin' Seal. And I'm just going to adhere this right in the very... I don't think I cut this the right size. I really don't, because I had to trim my designer series paper, and now this isn't the right size either. So I'm just going to take, again, 1/8 of an inch off from here to make it work, okay? No biggie. We'll just fix it up. So there it is. You guys have, most of you have stamped with me before, and you know that my motto is always, it's just paper. So now is what I'm doing is just trimming that little shaving off from here so that it mats on there. But if you cut yours like I told you to, like when you start, your base should be 11 inches by 5.5 inches. And I don't think mine was. Interesting. I'm going to take my liquid glue. I'm just going to add some on this piece. And we'll adhere that down to the right side of our card. And I like using liquid glue for this because you can see that you get that quick little moment to get that centered on the front of your card. Isn't this paper adorable? I love it. And I'm not usually a big bird fan, but this one's pretty. All right, so I'm going to add that onto here and just kind of giving that equal border around. Donna, I wish you were on This is that gatefold card that you were asking me about. Okay, so before I adhere that to the center of my card, I'm going to stamp. So remember my color palette I talked to you about in the beginning? The soft suede, soft seafoam, and starry sky. So with the soft suede and using the garden birdhouses set, this carried over into the annual catalog, super cute. I'm going to take the post for the birdhouse and I'm going to stamp it just like that. Okay. Then I want this taller birdhouse, and using soft suede, I'm going to stamp that right on the post. And I love that you can see through them. So you can get it right where you want it. And our sentiment. And this comes from this set too. It's the hope each moment of your day is as special as you are. I'm going to ink that up with the soft suede. And I'm going to stamp it right in here. All right, that's it for the soft suede. No, it's not. Oh my gosh, you guys. You would think. All right, so I'm going to bring in this birthday wishes. And I'm going to stamp that right down here in the bottom of my stylish shaped circle. Now, that is truly it for soft suede. Now, I'm going to bring in this leafy branch and the soft sea foam. And I'm just going to stamp a branch right across here. Okay. And then while I have the branch, I'm going to ink it up again. And I'm going to go across my circle just to give that a little bit of background. Like that. Now there's a little grass here. And that I'm going to bring back in. And I'm going to stamp it right down here on the post for my birdhouse. Okay? All right. Now let's bring in the starry sky. And remember our little scrap of soft saffron. And I'm going to ink it up with the starry sky. You guys, I always get confused on the starry sky because the Orchid Oasis is the same tone but lighter. And so I don't know, they're just close enough in color that it's messes me up a little bit. All right, you guys, so the weather is such and my beach is such that I think tomorrow, when it's supposed to be 90 degrees on Father's Day, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. But I think it's going to be a floaty day at Hillard's House of Harmony. So you can see, I'm just quickly fussy cutting this little birdhouse. And the reason I stamped it in blue is I thought it really brought in the blues from these birds. All right. So I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals, because what's a project without some risers? So there's that. Whoops, stuck to my finger instead. And I don't know why I'm not using my Take Your Pick tool, because I love that thing. All right, and now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right in that little niche by the birthday wishes. I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal to the back of my circle, the basic white circle. And I'm going to add that to the soft suede. So we get this. All right, I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to center this on the inside of my card. And you guys, if you wanted to, you could actually decorate these too. That would be kind of cute. All right, so it's wrapped around. Let's work on our belly band. 1 inch by 11 inches, and that's the soft suede. And then 3/4 by 11 on the soft seafoam. I'm going to add some Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to center these one on top of the other. Okay. Now when I do belly bands, I like to have it solid across the back. So is what I do to get that or achieve that is I wrap this around. And when you do this, you want to do it loosely because you want it to slide on your card. So then I just kind of do a visual of where that's going to cross. And I add my Stampin' Seal and fold it across. So my seam is here. And as what happens is I put my Stampin' Seal on and my medallion covers that seam. So there's our card. Slides off, opens. You can see I got it a little bit crooked, but this hasn't been the most smooth video I've ever done, but you all know that I'm struggling a little bit technically. I do have somebody hired to come in and get this all fixed up for me. So it's just going to be a matter of patience. But it's what, oh, let me grab the envelope. All right, so then I thought is what would be kind of cute or to bring it all together is just to stamp this little birdhouse like so. Okay, and then, see, I'm making this up as I go. I'm going to bring back in my little scrap piece for stamping and the branch. And as all I have to do is just do a little, let's see, how do I want to do it? I want to do it this way. So I get just that little, I don't know, it just makes it seem like it's more in the woods. Because that's where I live, is in the woods. We had a bear here the night before last. Got into our garbage and then left a complimentary pile of poo in my driveway. Not nice. Okay, so there they are, guys. another episode of Coffee and Create with Brenda. Be sure to check out this cute little set in the annual catalog. And you should have received your mini catalog and celebration brochure from me if you have shopped with me in the past 12 months. If you have not ever shopped with me and you would like to, go to createwithbrenda.com and request a catalog. I'm happy to send one out to you. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.